what I want to do before we bring Elizabeth on is I want to talk about this product in case people missed it when we first introduced it on this show. Women spend a lot of money on potions and lotions to make their skin look better and younger. And now men do as well. I mean, men are catching up to women. They're doing the same thing. And many of these products, they're very basic. You know, they may moisturize the skin, causing a little plumping of the skin, which gives the illusion that something's going on, but they're not really causing cells to express differently. So let's start with Dr. Turner. Talk about GHK-Cu and the science behind GHK-Cu and how it actually flips genetic switches on and off that affect the skin.
I don't even have to talk about it, Carl. You got it. That was right.
But you're smarter than me.
Dr. Picard was the one who figured this out back in the 70s, around the time I was born. So he was using this in regenerating liver tissue at the beginning. And so originally we thought that the GHK is glycine, histidine, lysine. It's a tripeptide, it's pretty small compared to most peptides. And this small peptide tends to bind to copper. So originally we thought that a lot of its actions were based on how it provided copper to necessary proteins for use in as a helper to get those enzymes to work. What we've really discovered in 2010, the Broad Institute at MIT and Harvard did some research involving the genetic modifications that occur. So this is actually a signaling molecule that goes to the GHK itself, goes to your DNA and turns on and off genes into a more youthful expression. So it upregulates. There's around 600 genes that are adjusted, and they're adjusted to at least 50%. So that means they were upregulated by at least 50% or downregulated by at least 50%. There were several more that were affected, but by less than 50%. So we say typically that's about around 600 genes. The results are that cells have a more youthful expression of their nature. And particularly this is valuable when we're talking about things like fibroblasts, which are skin cells and other tissue cells, stem cells or progenitor cells. And these help with repair of everything. So anytime there's damage anywhere, that helps. As we age, that decreases, our ability to repair decreases. And that's where we end up getting things like wrinkles, where younger people could raise their eyebrows and it doesn't cause them to have wrinkles in their skin. As we age, we can't raise our eyebrows without that more permanent, unless you have a friendly neighborhood Botox or some other helper.
Right. So I also want to point out something. Some of these lotions and creams that you'll buy, and you'll spend hundreds of dollars on, because they're not really changing cellular expression, you may see the onset of what they promise pretty quickly, which is usually just plumping the skin. And when you plump the skin through hydration, you'll see a lot of wrinkles literally go away in a day or two. I would have to imagine that a product like this takes a little bit longer to work, but it's actually changing the cells as opposed to just how the skin looks.